I'm here with head women's soccer coach Margaret Soren. And coach, you're coming off a tough 2-0 loss that really was 1-0 for 90% of the game. Talk about the game against Purdue a little bit.
I think there are lots of lessons learned from the Purdue game. We definitely were very organized in the game defensively. Did really well in frustrating a very good possession-oriented team, and then also created a couple of chances for ourselves. But another lesson to be learned is definitely, to have composure on the ball, and I think we showed that at times against a high-pressing Purdue team with a lot of athleticism. So we were able to ping the ball around, and so we were pretty happy with that.
Now, coming up on Saturday, you're traveling up to a familiar foe, Oakland University. Talk about that game, and is it any different for the players knowing that it's a team that you've played pretty often in your, the career so far for everybody?
Well, I think playing against a team like Oakland that we've played over the years, it's another battle. We've always had great battles with this team. Last year, we had a regular season game where we won, came back from 2-0 down, and won the game with 3 great goals. Worked our socks off to get to that point, and then we played them in the final game for the conference tournament, and another game that was back and forth, and they edged us and were able to put their chances away. But we did create against a very good Oakland team, so we would expect to be able to do the same. We know that we're going to have to be clever defensively, intelligent defensively, making sure we don't give up any sloppy goals, and then trust in ourselves, believe in ourselves to create, which we have done. Now we just need to have the composure to finish those chances off.
Now, after starting the season with, I think it was 3 straight 2-game weekends, last week was a 1-game weekend, this week's a 1-game weekend, 2 weeks from now is a 1-game weekend. Is this kind of a refresher, get the kids' legs underneath them heading into the deep conference stretch then?
I think, yeah, sometimes it just kind of happens that way in terms of scheduling. We try to make sure we balance home games and away games. So we've got usually around 10 and 10 if we possibly can. So that's kind of the way it's turned out this year. With Oakland, obviously, we had to kind of scramble with them, having left the Summit League quite late. We had to scramble, and we wanted to get them on the schedule because we knew that they would be a tough opponent and someone that we would like to challenge ourselves against before going into conference play. We feel if we can play well against teams like that and get results against teams like that, we'll set ourselves up to be successful within our conference play.